Three things I want the voters to know about me are that I am extremely hardworking, I have a high degree of proven integrity, and I have a thorough and deep experience of actually doing the job of conducting elections here in Shasta County, and I love what I do. One of the things that inspired me to run for public office were my memories of my mother. I don't think I've ever known anyone else with the same impeccable sense of fair play. She was a librarian and very interested in local politics and how government worked. I grew up in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., so my hometown news included what happened at the White House every day. So that high interest combined with a profound understanding of how important the right to vote is. It is the base, the foundation right of all other rights we enjoy as Americans. And I don't think there's anything more important than conducting elections in a neutral, nonpartisan way, which I've done for over 17 years. What about my background makes me the best candidate? In a word, experience. I administered my first election in 2003 when Governor Gray Davis was recalled. I've been managing the county clerk and elections department for close to 2 decades, and I have built an excellent team within the office. We deliver the best customer service in the county, and our office is a leader in the state. Our voices are respected and listened to by our colleagues and legislators on both sides of the aisle. My top 3 priorities when I'm reelected as Shasta County Clerk and Registrar of Voters are to continue to write and advocate for legislation that matches Shasta County's priorities, continue to reach out to our academic partners here in California and around the nation to partner in research that will help improve elections and how voters get service and assistance from election departments like Shasta County's all over California. We also will be implementing and deploying electronic poll books to assist voters who want to vote in person. In order to accomplish those 3 goals, we will be presenting a contract to the Board of Supervisors that will allow us to use this new tool to help voters who want to vote in person. We have a group of voters in Shasta County, between 10 and 15,000 of them, depending on the election, who want to vote in person. And we know this because they show up. They show up at polling places, they show up at our office. And I have worked really hard with legislators from around the state to advance priorities that match with Shasta County's goals and our constituency here, which is not like the rest of California. And that experience and that depth of relationship with legislators and staffers within the Capitol will help Shasta County's voice continue to be heard as we move through the legislative session over the next 4 years. Some of the biggest challenges that people are facing right now have nothing to do with the office of the county clerk. But there is one issue that I think is important that I wanted to talk about in response to this question, which is the concern about elections administration that we've been hearing for the last 2 years or so. We've worked really hard here in Shasta County to make sure that every voter can observe the process and see how elections happen from the inside out. We encourage anyone who wants to be a poll worker to contact the office and see from the inside how that process works. Both before and after Election Day, observation is a key component of building trust with voters here in Shasta County. As the county clerk and registrar of voters, we have taken a lot of steps already to try and assist with this particular issue. We have worked to do clearly on a national scale regarding confidence in elections, especially in those battleground states where the controversies are very emotional and getting a lot of attention. Throughout my time in this office here in Shasta County, I have heard the message from voters after speaking to them that says something like, okay, now I think elections in Shasta County are okay, but what about everywhere else? Well, we're in a good place here in Shasta County. We've never had any controversy. We did a 100% manual hand tally on the last election on February 1st, which matched exactly to the machine count. I still am going to be working over the next 4 years at the state and national levels to continue to increase confidence in elections. It's essential work, and I'm very proud and pleased to do it. I've been serving my community in a neutral and nonpartisan way for over 17 years. I have a proven track record of recruiting poll workers, involving local jurisdictions and facilities to act as polling places, and running elections that are fair and accessible. In 2012, we had a city council race with an incumbent unseated by 11 votes. A recount was requested, and after examining and hand counting to over 26,000 ballots, the result was the same. The winner was the winner. And both sides were counting along with us. In the end, both sides were satisfied. The county election department under my leadership has been bringing this community together for almost 18 years now. I think the biggest misconception about me in my role as county clerk and registrar of voters is that I have the ability to pick and choose which laws to follow. The Constitution of the United States very clearly delegates authority to the states to create election law, and it's our obligation and my oath of office that I have taken 5 times now mandates that we follow the law, and that's what we do. A challenge that I faced that has helped to prepare me for public office was moving to California when I was 18 years old. I moved here with my stepsister, but she quickly decided that this was not the right place for her and she left, leaving me alone in Santa Barbara. I really had no one to rely on but myself. I built a support system for myself. I worked the whole time that I was in school, so it took me 7 years to graduate from UCSB with a degree in English. But those years of tight budgets and long hours prepared me, made me strong and self-reliant. I am grateful for the amazing team that I've built at the clerk's office, and many of my employees are similar to me in that they are also very strong and have a lot of self-reliance. We are an amazing group, and I am so proud of the work that my team does every day to support the voters and the citizens of Shasta County.